let's start in the SEC, where we had Tennessee facing off against an Arkansas team that has been playing some good basketball, gentlemen. Since the return of Nick Smith Jr., he's been playing 30-plus minutes, about 4 straight games now. They took Alabama to the wire. They had a couple big road wins as well. Tonight, I mean, Tennessee jumped on him, man. And this was a game where there was a big moment early that could have been an emotional negative swing. That would be Zakai Ziegler's injury. It was a non-contact injury. He was helped off the court. He did not return. It did not look great. I have not heard a formal confirmation of what the injury is just yet, but obviously our thoughts are with him and the Tennessee program. We know how critical he is. Give credit to Tennessee for, despite that, really still playing a very complete game on both sides of the ball. I mean, the offense was clicking in a way it has not in recent games. So, RC, let's go to you first here. I mean, we've kind of put some criticism on Tennessee recently. The show I was on the weekend really shrugged them off as a team that's probably not a true contender to win a national championship this year. If the team that shows up tonight is the team that shows up going forward, do you still buy that Tennessee can make a run in March?
Well, they always had a chance making a run because they defend. Any team that defends as well as they do always gives themselves a chance. Now, the injury we're talking about, I would, until we get confirmation, it didn't look good at all. And without him, I would be concerned about how deep of a run they can make. I mean, it's an ugly deal. I'd wait till anything officially comes out. It just didn't look good at all. Hell of a response by them. And he was 4-0, started at the very beginning of the game. That game could have gone either way, and they just got to put the smackdown on Arkansas. And, I thought Olivier Nkamhoua, Nkamhoua played well. I mean, he had double figures early and finished up with 16. You're not going to score. They're going to continue to defend. And are they just good offensively? The key to them is going to be if they can score. We know that they can defend. It's about how much can they score. Are they making shots? I just think the injury going forward is gonna really hurt this group because I don't know who else on that team is going to be able to create for others.
I tell you what, we've all been in arenas before where a player goes down and it becomes eerily quiet in the arena, and to take out all that emotion leading up to the game and in the start of the game, and then for Tennessee to have the wherewithal, the concentration, and just the intensity level to get ramped back up after watching one of their teammates go down. You give a lot of credit to those kids in the volunteer uniforms. I do think that the way Arkansas plays, I said this before the show, Greg, that on defense, the way they try to extend and pressure and get out in the passing lanes, that if you don't turn the ball over, you can create and generate easier looks than you can if a team just tries to keep you in front. I think Tennessee, because they didn't turn the ball over, I think they got better looks than they normally get against some teams that are a little bit more disciplined and a little bit more conventional in the half court. I worry about Tennessee in the NCAA tournament being able to score. And with Ziegler going down, he just, he's a guy that he's dynamic with the ball a little bit more than the other guys on their team. And now you have one less guy like that. But, RC's right. They can hold any team in the country to 50 points. And can they do that for 3 or 4 games in a row in the NCAA tournament with quick turnarounds on the second games of weekends? I would be a little bit more pessimistic, but I wouldn't put it past Coach Barnes either.
Yeah, they've had so many battle injuries as well, too. I think that's what helped them tonight. I mean, Phillips, he's been injured. Josiah James has been out.
Right.
They're just getting those guys back, just starting to feel good about themselves. It just looked bad that this doesn't look like an injury where he's going to return for postseason.
Yeah, it certainly did not look good. And if we did have our doubts of Tennessee a week ago, I don't know that even despite tonight's win, we're going to say those doubts have been alleviated given the nature of the injury and what we expect Tennessee to be missing going forward. I will say I thought Vescovi came in. I mean, he did about all you could do, being thrown into a much larger kind of primary playmaker role. Obviously, he's capable of that. He's operated in that role in his career previously. But what makes them dangerous when that offense is clicking is, I feel like it's two very different styles that have worked pretty well together. Ziegler really playmaking for others, bringing some speed with the ball in his hands. Vescovi hunting shots. So, you know, that's a lot to put on his shoulders going forward if they are really going to be without Ziegler long term. I certainly think he could be capable of it, but for 6 consecutive games, that's a lot to ask.